Your holster option when you are carrying a concealed firearm may impact your civil liability, and we are here to tell you 3 things that reduce that liability and then also tips on what to look for in a quality holster. Stay tuned.
If you want to stay up to date with our most recent posts on case updates or gun rights restoration or gear reviews, you can head on over to our website, radzwionlaw.com/blog, and this is our homepage for the blog. For today's topic, it would be under the category of hunt, fish, firearms. If you click there, you can look at all of the videos that we post related to firearms, hunting, fishing rights here in the state of Michigan.
Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Radzwion IV, your trusted attorney with Radzwion Law, PLLC, and today we are looking at the 3 requirements that every quality holster should have in order to reduce your civil liability when carrying a concealed firearm. Stick around to the end of the video. We will also give you 3 tips on how to save money and avoid buying a holster that violate these tips. First and foremost, the first thing a quality holster must do is retain the pistol. What I mean by retain is that when you go to put your firearm into the holster, it should retain it so that if the holster were to turn upside down, the firearm is not going to come out. Okay? If you heard that loud snap, that is a good indication that the firearm is going to be retained in that holster. Okay? And this is not because I'm worried about running a marathon or doing jumping jacks at the gym and keeping my firearm in a holster. It's day-to-day activities like I'm loosening my pants to go to the bathroom, and my belt and my pants are loose, and now my gun is flopping on my belt like this. I don't want it to do this and come out. It's also things like maybe I'm changing my pants for the day and I have my firearm still in the holster. Okay, so these are the things that you need to think through. It's not always the most tactical or most crazy scenario you can come up with. It's the day-to-day things that can get you in trouble. But a good quality holster that retains the firearm is going to avoid the potential for it falling out and causing damage. Okay, the second thing is that a good quality holster will allow you to get a good firing grip on the pistol. So a good firing grip would look something like this, where there's no space here. I have my finger in the proper spot. I have my other fingers on the firearm like this, and the holster is not preventing me from getting a good grip on the firearm. Okay, and there are holsters that may look like on one side that the grip is exposed, but if you look on the back, then you have material that is going to hinder your draw, and then you have an issue like this, right? So a good quality holster will allow you to get a good firing grip, and that reduces your likeliness of missing the target or putting rounds somewhere that they're not intended to go, because we know that a good firing grip has a lot to do with the fundamentals and marksmanship that is required in self-defense situations or even just a day at the range, so that you're not shooting things that you don't intend. The last thing that a good quality holster must do is cover the trigger completely. And what I mean by that is when you look at the holster, you cannot fit any material, you cannot get a finger in between the holster and the firearm to touch the trigger. Now this is the trigger guard, but again, I can't access the trigger when this firearm is in this holster. Okay, so be mindful of that some holsters do allow you to get a finger into the trigger. And with that said, or at least through the holster, and be able to depress the trigger. With that said, these are the 3 holsters that you should look out for, or red flags to tip you off that maybe this is not a good quality holster that meet the retention, grip, and cover the trigger completely requirements. And that is something like a belly band style holster that is made of flexible material. Okay, this flexible material, if I have the firearm in the holster, I can touch this trigger right through this very flexible material. Okay, there's nothing preventing a toddler or anyone who's giving you a hug or just brushes against you from depressing that trigger through the holster. The other red flag or tip off that maybe this is not a good quality holster is something that says, something that's advertised as it fits many types of firearms. Okay, something like this that's just like a generic shape. It's not molded, or it doesn't fit your specific firearm only. Okay, so something like this that's just like a generic nylon or open top style holster, that when you do this, it's going to violate the retention quality because it's not specifically designed for your model firearm. The last tip off that you should be aware of is something like a hybrid holster that maybe have that material on the back that's going to hinder your draw and create issues, because once the firearm is out of the holster, and if you are truly in a life or death situation, you may not have time to readjust your grip and get a good firing grip on your pistol in order to defend your life or those of the lives that you love. So be mindful of those things. Those are your three tip-offs. Maybe it's a belly band with soft material. Maybe it's a universal holster that accommodates many types of firearms. And then also a hybrid holster that has that material blocking your ability from getting a good grip on the firearm. So if you like videos like this, please leave us a comment below where we discuss different types of gear options and how it may affect your civil liability when you're carrying a firearm. We do intend to produce more of these throughout the next couple months, and the way that you make sure you see these videos is heading on over to radzwionlaw.com/blog and entering your email address in there, clicking the submit or subscribe button, and we will send a link directly to your inbox. That is the surest way, because social media is not a guarantee in this day and age. But do please leave us a comment below, share, subscribe, and hit the like button here. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone.